Hello Achievers, welcome back to my channel. In my last video I promised to show you how I'm preparing my greenhouse for the winter, but there's an urgent matter at hand. I need to attend to my okra as it's under attack by the aphids. So I'm going to be showing you how I am treating them. So come along with me and let's see. So I will show you exactly how I am treating them and all the other plants in my greenhouse. Make sure you watch until the very end because I will be sharing an extra tip that can save all our greenhouse plants from pests this season. As you can see, the leaves are covered with aphids. These pests suck the sap, weaken the plants, and can spread quickly if not controlled. They don't just stay on okra, they move to tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, even flowers. That's why today I am treating the whole greenhouse, not just the okra. If you're finding this helpful already, give this video a thumbs up so YouTube knows to share it with more gardeners like you. Aphids everywhere, so I made a simple solution, just soap and water. All I need today is 2 liters of water, 2 teaspoons of mild dish soap. Mix them together in a spray bottle. This simple solution suffocates aphids on contact without harming the plants. And don't forget to subscribe because I will be updating you with day 3, day 7 and day 21 results in this series. I am spraying all over the leaves, especially the undersides where aphids hide. I am also spraying the other plants around it because prevention is key. One untreated plant can reinfest the old greenhouse. Tell me in the comments, what natural sprays have you tried in your garden? I did love to learn from your experience too. By the end of this week, I should see fewer or no aphids, new shoots growing earlier. Encourage natural predators such as ladybirds, lacewings, and oval flies eat aphids. If you see them, avoid spraying chemical pesticides. So if you're experiencing aphids in your gardening or your greenhouse, don't use harsh chemical pesticides. If you want to harvest edible okra safely and regularly, stick to organic solutions just like I am showing you today. You can also use neem oil spray weekly for prevention. Once you notice aphids on one plant, the best thing to do is to treat all the plants because they can easily infest other plants. So aphids don't stay on one plant. They easily crawl or fly to tomatoes, peppers and other plants around. They multiply very fast. Females can give birth to live young without mating. So treating only one crop often means the others become reservoirs and can reinfest your plants. Here is a really important tip, Achievers. Always spray early in the morning or late in the evening. If you spray under hot sunlight, the soap and water droplets can act like a magnifying glass, burning the leaves. Also, One spray won't solve the problem overnight. Aphids reproduce very fast. In fact, a single female can give birth to dozens of live young in just a week. That's why consistency is key. I will need to keep treating these plants every few days for at least 3 weeks, alternating between soap sprays and garlic plus pepper sprays. That way, I break the aphids' life cycle and protect not only the okra, but all my greenhouse plants. And here is another tip. While spraying, focus especially on the undersides of leaves and new shoots. That's where aphids love to hide and multiply the most. If you miss those spots, you might think they are gone, but they will come back stronger. Achievers, as promised, here is the extra tips. If you notice beneficial insects like ladybirds or lacewings in your greenhouse, reduce your spraying. These insects are natural predators of aphids and will help you keep them under control. Here is another extra tip for you, achievers. After you spray your plants, avoid watering from above for at least 24 hours. If you water too soon, the spray washes off before it has time to work. Instead, water directly at the soil base. This keeps your plants hydrated while letting the treatment do its job. And if you really want to boost recovery, add a little compost tea or liquid feed to the soil. Strong plants bounce back faster from any pest attack. Here is a really important tip, achievers. Always spray early in the morning or late in the evening. If you spray during hot sunlight, the soap and water droplets can act like a magnifying glass and burn the leaves. Now, why do I prefer natural remedies like this? Simple. Because these plants are food crops. When you use chemical pesticide, you risk leaving harmful residues on vegetables that you and your family will eat. Natural sprays like soap water or garlic and pepper are safe, affordable, and they don't harm the soil or the good insects that actually help your garden. Another point to remember is that one spray won't solve everything. Aphids reproduce extremely fast. A single female can give birth to dozens of young in a week. That's why consistency is so important. I will keep treating these plants every few days for at least 3 weeks to completely break the aphid cycle. And don't forget prevention. 2 things that really help are giving your plants enough space so that there is good airflow. Crowded plants are more likely to get pests. Avoid over-fertilizing with nitrogen. Too much nitrogen makes plant grow soft, tender leaves. Exactly what aphids love to eat. I have shared why natural remedies work best and a few prevention tips, but I can already imagine some of the questions you might have in your mind right now. Let's go through a few of them together. Can I use this soap spray on tomatoes? Yes, definitely. Soap spray is safe for most vegetable plants like tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers. Will it harm bees or pollinators? No, not if you spray at the right time. Always spray in the early morning or late evening. when bees aren't active, and they will be perfectly safe. How often should I spray? Every 3 to 4 days for at least 3 weeks. Remember, it's not about one heavy spray. It's about consistency, light treatments until the pests are gone. So I separate the plants from each other. As I wrap up today's update, I want to share a reflection. Gardening is not just about planting seeds and waiting for harvest. It's about nurturing, protecting, and sometimes rescuing your plants when challenges come. Pests like aphids remind us that nature is always in balance, and our role as gardeners is to find solutions that work with nature, not against it. That's why I choose natural remedies. Chemical pesticides may give quick results, but they can leave harmful residues on food crops and kill the good insects that help our garden. By using this simple, safe method like soap spray, garlic, pepper spray, I know my food is healthier for my family and my garden remains a safe ecosystem. Now, here's today's bonus tip. After you spray your plants, avoid watering from above for at least 24 hours. Like I said earlier, the treatment will wash off before it has a chance to work if you do. So instead, water at the base of the plant. And here's a bonus within the bonus. Once your plants start recovering, feed them with little compost tea or natural liquid fertilizer. Strong plants bounce back faster and are naturally more resistant to future pest attacks. So remember, patience and consistency are the real secret ingredients in gardening. Stick with it. You will see your plants bounce back beautifully. Thank you so much for joining me today, Achievers. This was just day 1 of my okra rescue journey. We started with a simple soap spray to knock down the aphids, and over the next 3 weeks, I will be alternating with garlic and pepper spray to fully protect not just my okra, but all the plants in this greenhouse. Don't miss the next update on day 3 and day 7. I will show you how I prepare and apply the garlic and pepper spray and share another powerful gardening tips at the end. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and let YouTube know this is valuable for other gardeners too. Tell me in the comments, have you ever dealt with aphids or other pests in your garden? What natural remedies worked for you? I did love to hear your experiences. And of course, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss days 3, day 7, and day 21 of this okra rescue journey. Plus more tips on preparing my greenhouse for winter. Until next week, keep growing, keep thriving, and remember, patience and consistency always pay off in the garden. Bye.